Okay, now we have the next topic, which is inflation, and this is chapter number 14, page number 307. Previously, in the previous chapter, we have just seen the brief introduction of inflation, but now we shall see that what is actually the inflation, what are different concepts of inflation, and how to measure the inflation, and what are the causes of inflation. So, first of all, we see some definitions that about that, what is inflation, what is deflation, stagflation, and disinflation. So we shall talk about inflation. A continuous increase in the general price level of goods and services in the economy is known as inflation. Means to say that when the price level increases at annual rate and increases rapidly, so this situation is known as inflation. And this is also a situation when there is too much money chasing too few goods. Means that the prices become too much high, the purchasing power become very low, and then it also represents that too much money, that we need too much money to purchase few things. So this phrase is also known as the situation. It also depict or represent a situation of inflation. Next is deflation. Deflation is actually the opposite of inflation, a decrease in the general price level of goods and services in the economy. When the price level start to decrease, or when the price level decreases annually, so it means that there is a situation of deflation. Another concept is known as stagflation. Stagflation is the condition in an economy where it experiences high unemployment and rapid inflation simultaneously. Means to say that there is a high level of unemployment. People don't have any jobs and they are getting unemployed. So high unemployment is associated with rapid inflation, high price level. So this situation, when both indicators are in worse condition, that unemployment is also high and inflation rate is also high, so this situation is known as stagflation, right? Next concept is the disinflation. Disinflation is actually a reduction in the rate of inflation. Disinflation does not mean that the prices are falling, but it actually means that the rate at which the inflation is increasing, that rate is falling. So, for example, if in 1 year the inflation rate is 2% and in the next year the inflation rate is 1.5%, so it means that there is disinflation, that the rate of inflation, in rate जिससे prices बढ़ रही हैं वो rate पहले से कम हो गया है. Then we have the different terms, that there is a creeping inflation, mild inflation, hyperinflation. They actually tells about the rate of inflation, कि किस rate से जो है वो change आ रहा है, change in the inflation rate. So if annually 2% prices increases, or if there is inflation rate 2% per year, it means that this is creeping inflation. If the inflation increases about 8 to 10% per year, it means that this is mild inflation. And if it increases by 50 to 60% or even more than that, so it is known as the hyperinflation. So these were the different three terms based on their characteristic, that what is the rate of inflation.